No public hearing today or old items of discussion that I'm aware of. New items of business, really just focusing on the Act 13 grant application from the Rotary Club that Commissioner Addison has been working on. So I'll turn it over to you, Jeff.
So we've been having conversations with the Rotary Club about the concept of funding on some level the sensory playground, which we feel will provide a positive outlet for children with special needs, but also all children in the county. I think that having visited a sensory playground in Sharon, PA, actually, Mercer County, and seeing how nice that was and how actually everybody uses it. It's kind of the sensory stuff actually crosses multiple interests. We wanted to figure out a way to support it, so I gave the Rotary Club a copy of the Act 13 application for grant. They requested $20,000, which will help contribute to the larger goal of $530,000. Having gone through the application, I feel like it's everything that they need is in order in the request. It definitely fits the concept of beautification and also recreation, according to the Act 13 law, and I also think it's worthy cause. So myself having a child with sensory issues, so I had Dan review it. Dan Glotz, Planning and Zoning Director. Dan, do you feel like the application serves the purpose?
Yes, it meets the intent of the program. The request is for $20,000. Altogether, this is a $530,000 project. There's an application that's submitted through by the city, I believe, through DCNR, their recreation program. The obligation for the sponsor is 50% of the total project cost, so the grant application to DCNR was for $265,000. There have also been additional funds that have been raised outside of city contributions and this request here. So we're still a little short yet on the amount of funding that's needed, but it does meet the intent of the program.
So I'm essentially asking to add this to the agenda for the 28th, meeting on the 28th, and that's that.
Very good. Any comment, Dr. Clark? Do you have anything you want to add?
Just thankful for allowing us to put in the application. I think we're making a lot of headway to get this accomplished. The community support of this program has been very impressive, and we've also seeked some outside funders, such as the Trees Trust in Pittsburgh, which had funded an individual piece of apparatus. Bill Wagner was the gentleman behind this, and we did a strategic plan for the Rotary Club. And one of the things he wanted to do out of that was a community project. So Adam Minio kind of picked this up, and I kind of ride side saddle on this to help him out to get the funding. So we've been very successful. We have a little bit of a gap to make up to reach the end of the race here, but the goal is in the summer of 2020, if everything goes well, the renovation of Lacey Playground will start. And as Commissioner Engelstein articulated, it is a sensory playground, but it is for everybody. So individuals can go there with their families, and kids non-disabled and disabled can all commingle at the same site. And it's for the whole playground, the whole piece of that figure that Mr. Watt threw out is the entire renovation of the whole park. Regardless if that would fall through, we were still going to do a playground. So either way, it's going to get accomplished.
Okay, very good. Adam, did you have anything you want to add?
I'd just like to reiterate what Dr. Clark said, and thanks to the Commissioner's Office for your help and support. It's been a great honor to be involved with the project, and I look forward to seeing it through.
Very good. Public comment? Questions?
I just wondered where it was going to be.
Right, where is Lacey?
Lacey
Lacey,
Clear,
okay.
on the shorefront, right beside
Yeah,
it.
I just didn't
Tire
know
track.
And just for clarity, your shortfall is 80,000, like with the 20,000, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that we still have some funders that are our course of last resort that we'll be approaching now that we're kind of.
Good. How long have you been working on this?
About, Adam, probably about a year and a half, 2 years we've been working on this.
Roughly, yeah. It came out of the meeting we had with our, with Rotary Club, and we had the strategic planning session. We decided we'd come all done this roughly 2 years ago, and then a couple months after that, we really got going with putting the committee together and actually getting the city involved as well.
Good. Well done.
Thank you for your support.
It's not a bad, 2 years isn't a bad amount of time to come this far.
No, I'm very happy with that.
Any other questions or comments? Very good. Thank you very much for coming, Dr. Clark. Thanks for calling in, Adam. Most welcome to say that
Well, thank you.
it's going to be a
That's a big deal.
short meeting, I think. I don't have a whole lot of project updates, except that put it back on everybody's radar that September 7th is the Public Safety Fair, and that's going to be in the Lowe's parking lot. And
Adam, if it's okay, we'll let you go at this point. You don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting. I'm sure you got other stuff to do.
Okay, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Absolutely, you too.
So Public Safety Fair is the 7th. I could use your help on some graphic design stuff. If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I was looking through that. I'll get that to you this afternoon.
It's a bunch of little things I'd like to get done. Yeah, anything else we should bring up about Public Safety Fair? Think of? The RSVPs are coming in pretty well.
Flyers have gone out to the schools.
I have not responded to the newspaper yet, but we will want to put an ad in.
The Lions Club stuff, we're gonna have the wagon there, so like it'd be nice to move it in with the rest of the like vendors and stuff, although I don't know how they have electric outlets.
Sorry, I think that was the problem.
Maybe that was it, is it the electrical bit?
Well, we could always bring it up here.
It's no big deal, we can set up at the same spot. It worked fine last year, everybody was happy with it, so.
And there won't be any competition this year in the sense that Lowe's is not providing anything.
Oh, okay.
So it's you and an ice cream truck.
The little weenie vendor.
You'll be the only winning vendor.
Very good.
We'll do that campaign. Happy for her. Okay, so anyway, that's coming up. That's about it for me.
So just to go back to old business, I wanted to just update you on the Lourdes situation. It always is the way of things that until you actually start doing something, that's when everybody wants to put their 2 cents in. It always seems it's like everybody's good with it until you actually do it, and then everybody wants to put their 2 cents in. So understandably, several municipalities want to tweak the ordinances that they're putting together, which I totally understand and get. So the way this is probably going to work out is that we're going to continue with our August 28th public hearing, and then we're going to be setting boundaries for all of the municipalities that are involved at that meeting. To this point, Tiddy, I know, has passed their ordinance. Tiddy Borough, and Pine Grove has passed their ordinance. I'm not 100% sure about Sheffield yet. I was hoping Joe would be here so I could talk to him about Glade. All the other ones are putting a hold on it until we have the public hearing at the end of the month on the 28th. And to give them time to do what they need to do in order to address their concerns. And so right now we're working on an ad that will be run tomorrow or Wednesday, I believe, at the latest, in order to re-advertise the 28th meeting and the incorporation of the other agencies. There's a chance that 1 or 2 of them will be held off and we'll have to have another hearing at some point. It all depends on how quickly they can edit their material. The only one that I'm aware of that's made major edits is Conwongo Township, which has changed their ordinance to, for commercial, 2 years, 100% for additions and any adjustments, and then no LRTA for any new construction on the commercial end. And then,
are we gonna mirror that?
well, that's the thing that we have to kind of decide, and then they're gonna do 2 years for new construction residential, and then 5 years for additions and adjustments to property. So,
For residential.
yeah, and a lot of that has to do with their concerns over tax appeals and other things. So yeah, so there's a chance that we would, my expectation is going to be to urge, to put together a draft that incorporates what they're doing into what we're doing. I don't want to try to bulldoze any of the municipalities by pushing for, broad changes on our end, and like on the school district's end, and then have a different setup because they would prefer it that way in the municipality. They answer to their township residents. They can have that discussion with them if they want to expand it down the line.
Okay. Very good.
So it's still going to be, I think, on schedule, at least county municipality wise, by the end of the month. Worst case scenario is that we end up within the next 2 days canceling the public hearing and then moving it into September in order to give them more time. That's, if that happens, then it happens, so be it. So I just wanted you to be aware of that.
Okay, very good. So on the 28th, we've advertised this as a noon hearing, which has to be separate from the commissioners meeting, yes.
We are going to have a public hearing agenda, which will have the LRTA hearing, and it will have the CDPG hearing on it.
Okay.
We'll close the
Close that
hearings,
meeting, open.
then we'll open up the,
Very good, okay. Anything else? Okay, we won't review the packet today. Department committee updates. Then I'll jump at once. Okay. Commissioner schedule. Jeff and I both have a exotic agenda this week. I'm leaving right after this to go meet with Opportunity Zone folks in Erie. Tomorrow the governing board, and then the rest of the day I'll largely be dealing with the active shooter drill, except I will come to your census meeting at 4, which is here, right?
right.
Do Wednesday I'm going to Farm Bureau luncheon. Did you get that invitation?
What is that?
Wednesday, it's over in Spring Creek.
Probably.
It's not on your calendar.
But I probably got the notice. I don't know that I've had a chance to really look at it. I have probably work on that. The Farm Bureau thing, is that in the afternoon?
It's lunch. It's lunchtime. That's what we need.
I have to check because I have a call with Michelle Nestor, the recycling coordinator, or recycling consultant. The thing is that she's requesting a new time, so I might be able to make it actually.
Thursday, we have a CASP meeting as well as the town hall. Have you been to a CASP meeting?
I have not, I was aware that.
Yeah, you should definitely come to one. It's 11:30 over at Human Services. I went to the last one, found it very informative.
What they usually do. Sure. 11:30 a.m. and it's where?
3:22.
Oh, 3:22.
Okay, and then Youngsville Borough meeting. Excuse me,
Yeah.
Youngsville, that's not the Borough meeting, that's the town hall. That night. Very good. And then we have that meeting at the State Hospital. Friday. Okay. That's it.
Going to Cherry Grove tonight to talk with them a bit about this quite a bit. It's one of the things that's on my list of. And then Clarendon, I'm going to go tomorrow. They have their Rotary hearing scheduled, but I'm going to go anyway just to talk to them about it.
Okay. We're good. We missed anything?
No?
Okay. No discussion, no cause for executive session, public comments, Mr. Abel?
Yeah, I have one question, just really would like to get an update. I've communicated with Commissioner Eggleston about this previously. Back in January, you attended, both you, Commissioner Catherine and Commissioner Eggleston, attended the Pennsylvania Great Crude Development Advisory Council meeting. And according to the minutes, there was discussion there about exploring the idea of a study to test brine spreading apparently. And I've heard that there might be one in Crawford County that's going on. I'm just wondering if any activities occurring here in Warren.
That's my knowledge. I had pitched that idea at the Natural Gas Task Force at the Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania shortly thereafter, asking if there was interest with other counties, and I got no response. So I don't anticipate doing anything. I have not heard any requests, any updates since the last time you asked, or frankly since January.
Okay, so you're not actually then working with this subcommittee on produced water?
I am on a subcommittee that has not met or done anything.
Okay, all right. Also, in the minutes, it says that Commissioner Catherine explained that a series of constituent outreaches had occurred in which residents, municipalities, and local businesses would like to continue the practice of spreading brine on local roads.
Those were our town hall meetings last summer.
Okay,
There
that's
was
what I
a
thought.
significant topic of discussion.
Okay. Are you going to follow up with any kind of outreach to constituents regarding that topic again? I'm just thinking that I'm aware that there are lots of citizens who are not in favor of it, and I didn't really see their concerns reflected here.
I have never heard anyone in our town halls be against brine spreading. I may be wrong. There could have been somebody, but you're the only person that I can think of that has come to our commissioners' meetings. No one has brought it up in town hall meetings before or against this year that I can think of. Not a single person. It's all focused on EMS, blight, a couple other things, but either way, it's not been a relevant topic of discussion this summer. I don't know why. Maybe people just got readjusted to it, or maybe the townships figured out something else for dust mediation. But
Well, I think townships are just waiting to see what kind of direction comes out of the DEP.
Right.
I would say that I've gotten probably a couple dozen calls of people complaining about dust. And for many of the townships, I don't think they've found a solution, frankly. Most of them, what they've done, from what I can see, is they'll, the section in front of your house, they'll put down something, an alternative, and you, as an individual, will pay for it, for the township to handle it. And I've seen that happen at different places.
something down as in
Not other than brine, like the calcium chloride or some other material. But again, that costs hundreds of dollars, for the individuals, in those stretches. Yeah, so it's definitely an ongoing issue. I think that part of the reason there hasn't been much discussion about it is because everybody's been told, or I've been told, that it's an issue with DEP and the state legislature, and that they're trying to work through it or figure out some kind of solution to it. And that's about the extent of it that I'm aware of anyway.
Are you planning to attend any future meetings of the Crude Oil Advisory Council?
if invited. I mean, I was invited to that one. I haven't been invited to one since.
Okay.
I don't know.
they're supposed to.
Yeah, well, if invited, I'd be happy to go back, but I haven't heard of anyone.
Yeah, it should be noted that my attendance at that meeting, a huge chunk of it was to encourage them, both the legislature and DEP, to talk to each other and to actually work through the problem rather than using it as a political chip, bargaining chip. It's a legitimate problem. Dust suppression on the roads needs to be addressed because there are people who have legitimate health concerns with the amount of dust that's coming off of the roads. And what's happening right now is a stalemate. Nobody's come up with an alternative solution. The state's come up with no alternative solution, and the people on these roads are the, I don't want to say the victims of it, but they're left
Recipients of the dust.
they're left dealing with the problem. And I know a lot of people say, well, move off of the dirt road and all that other stuff. For many of these people, these are houses that have been in their family for years, and to expect them just to leave because of this change, I don't think is fair. So they should come together, they should have a conversation, and they should figure out a solution, whatever that is, done within the realms of the law and accommodate science and everything else. That's probably why I won't be invited back.
Yeah, there are other solutions to the dust problem than spreading brine. I think that's one of the issues. And I know that there is at least one scientist on the Crude Development Advisory Council. But there are engineers who probably ought to be on that council, who could address what happens when you spread salt water on dust. It actually can increase the amount of dust. I've actually heard reports that county roads, the dirt roads, have never looked better because we've stopped spreading this. Soil scientist tells me there's a process called deflocculation, where when you introduce a sodium ion to a particle of dust, those repel each other and actually creates more dust. So there might be other better solutions that would solve the dust problem and simultaneously eliminate the environmental concerns of spreading brine.
What could the other alternatives? As someone who lives on a dirt road, I can tell you it's never been worse in my life. It's really, really bad.
Were they spreading brine on your
They
road?
were, yeah, not anymore. At least. So my house is normally dark brown. Lately it's been light brown. Anyway,
Thank you.
yes, anything else? Okay. So we stand adjourned.